Welcome back to MacPhee Ford. Today I'm taking a look at this pre-owned 2021 Ford Shelby GT500. This GT500 is finished in shadow black. Now this is an incredibly special car, and Ford actually stopped producing these for 2022, which was the last year for the GT500. So this is also a quite rare car. Now this has the very desirable carbon fiber track package as well as the technology package. So it's basically a fully loaded model here, and it has a nice blacked out appearance, which I think looks fantastic. Now we're going to take a quick walk around the outside of this particular unit, then we'll hop into the interior. But first, let's see what's under the hood. And powering the GT500 is a 5.2-liter supercharged V8 engine. Now this produces a whopping 760 horsepower, 625 foot-pounds of torque. So this is actually the most powerful production engine that Ford has ever built. Now this is a supercharged version of the 5.2-liter the V8 that's been used in the previous Shelby models. But this is actually a cross-plane crank, not a flat plane like you would see in a GT350. So this is a very special engine and made specifically for this car, and it rockets this thing. 0 to 60 is about 3.5 seconds and goes over 200 miles an hour, so very quick. Each engine is also hand-built, and there's a plaque right there from the technician who actually built the engine. It does look super cool under here. We have a nice strut tower brace. But now we'll take a walk around the outside of this GT500. Now we'll start here with the hood actually, because Ford does use functional hood pins for the hood. So you actually do have to push these in when you open the hood. Super cool design, it definitely looks badass. And we also have a nice large heat extractor in the hood there. Taking a look at the front end design here, it's very familiar to a regular Mustang, but the bumper is unique to the GT500s. It's very aggressively styled, and this one having the carbon fiber track pack, you do get the larger front lip with the addition of the canards there, so it's a super aggressive design. We have an HID projector headlight with a nice LED accent lighting right there. And there's the GT500 logo. It's actually the only GT500 logo on the outside of the of this Mustang. So there's really, you kind of have to know that this is the GT500. There's your Shelby Cobra in the grille as well. Now we'll come around to the side here. Now, as I previously mentioned, again, this has the carbon fiber track package and includes these carbon fiber wheels. This is a full carbon fiber wheel. It's not wrapped carbon fiber. It's a full carbon wheel. This is actually manufactured by Carbon Revolution, which is based out of Australia. And these are very expensive wheels. Now, when this car was new, the package that includes the wheels was about $30,000. So they are extremely expensive, but they are extremely light and very strong wheels. It's wrapped in a Michelin Pilot Cup 2 tires, so it's a very sticky track tire. Beautiful weave on the carbon fiber. Again, these are very expensive, and has the 6-piston Brembo brakes. Absolutely massive, of course. I believe they're about 14 to 15 inches. The rotors, so they're extremely large. Tires a 305 in the front and a 315 in the rear. Of course, this is only offered as the coupe or the fastback. There was no convertible of the GT500. And here's the rear wheel, slightly wider again at a 315 width. And the wheels are 20s. It's a 20 by 11.5 and a 20 by 11 in the front. Also included with the track pack is this GT4 carbon fiber race wing, again exposed as well. It's adjustable. You actually have adjust points here on the back side there, so you can actually adjust the pitch of it, which is definitely useful when on the racetrack. Nice LED sequential taillight and the quad tip valved exhaust system. There's your Shelby logo in the back as well. But now we'll take a look into the interior of the GT500. Now included also with the track pack, the carbon track pack, are the Recaro bucket seats. So these are more lighter. They're also more supportive than the regular buckets that were available. It is Alcantara faced. You do have, they're actually very breathable, and they're again extremely lightweight. That's why they're full manual. So Ford did that to save weight. Nice little Cobra logo again there on the back, stitched into the seat. And even on the door panel here, nice white leather and accent stitching. Horsepower controls right there. This one has the technology package. So we actually have a Bang & Olufsen sound system. So you have the speaker there in the door, and then another tweeter up top. Ford Performance right on the door sill. Also included with the track pack is the carbon dashboard. So it actually starts over here and then kind of makes its way along the dash area. Again, it's exposed carbon fiber. Headlight controls, a little bit of storage right there. Now we'll hop inside, take a look at the key fob. It is keyless and we have remote start, which is actually super cool. And then the trunk release on there. We will fire this engine up. An extremely loud car. Now this has a valved exhaust system, so you actually change the loudness of the exhaust through this toggle right here, so you can cycle through various different modes: normal, sport, track, and quiet. I'm just going to keep it in quiet for now because we are inside, so it was a little loud, but you can switch between the modes, which is nice. So if you're in a neighborhood early in the morning, you can put it into quiet mode. It really does actually tame the exhaust down a lot, so that's a neat feature, and that's included in all GT500, so that's super cool. On the steering wheel, it's also Alcantara wrapped, just like the seats, so it's very grippy, which is nice for the racetrack. If you know, if it's hot outside, your hands get sweaty, it actually helps retain grip, so that's a nice little touch there. Again, white accent along the inside as well. We have suspension, steering, and then your exhaust modes are actually down here, so you have lots of different modes you can change. And again, so you have the suspension, so you can cycle through normal, sport, and then the steering modes right here: comfort, normal, and sport. And there's also some exhaust modes. Again, normal, you have sport, track, and quiet, so you can cycle through all of those with that toggle. You have your volume buttons down here, and then on the right side is actually controls for the 12.3-inch My Color gauge cluster. Now this is a full screen. It's very customizable. I'm not going to go through it entirely because there's a lot of information in here, but you can scroll through various things through this. So you can trip and fuel economy, that kind of stuff. And there's a line lock system, launch control, lots of features built into that screen there. And to the middle, this is where you're going to find the Sync 3 8-inch display. Now this has the technology package, so we have navigation and also that Bang & Olufsen sound system again there. So you have the navigation system, there's Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, a lot of stuff in there, as well as your climate control is also accessed through the screen or through the buttons down here. So you actually have two different ways to do it. And it was dual zone, that's nice. And then rear defrost, hazard light switch. These have a super cool fighter jet styled toggle. They flip up and down, that's definitely pretty cool. And then drive modes are the last one there. And as I briefly mentioned before, the carbon dashboard does follow its way along the entire dash. So again, exposed carbon fiber. And each chassis is numbered. So this one actually is number 108, so pretty low in the production number, or the production run, I should say, for 2021. Nice GT500, and that's the only other GT500 logo on the inside. So again, it's very, you kind of just have to know that this is the GT500. And that engine, 5.2 liter V8, is paired to the 7-speed Tremec dual clutch automatic. Now this is a dual clutch automatic. It's not a manual. Now it was a big controversy when the Ford first released the GT500, was they didn't offer a manual. But I promise you, if you've never experienced a dual clutch automatic, it's a fantastic transmission. It's very quick shifting. That's a characteristic of a dual clutch. So it's a fantastic transmission. And it's manufactured by Tremec, which is a transmission company. They build extremely reliable, very strong transmission. So nice unit right there. Electronic parking brake. Nice leather along the side of the seat here, along your console. Very nice materials. And there's also some additional storage right down here. We'll take a look into the rear seat, where there are actually no rear seats at all. Ford deletes them for the carbon track pack. So in order to save more weight, Ford actually took the rear seats out, so you can only sit 2 people in the GT500. So keep that in mind if you want to put your family in this. Unfortunately, you will not be able to do that. But we'll take a look lastly into the trunk area. Again, because we have the technology package, get the B&O sound system. So there's your subwoofer mounted to the side there. Gives it a little bit of extra bass. Underneath, there is a fix-a-flat kit. Unfortunately, you do not get a full-size spare tire, which is obviously no surprise, but there actually is a good amount of space back here. So if you're interested in this particular GT500, it is for sale here at MacPhee Ford. You can give us a call or visit us at MacPheeFord.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.